Hey there. So the question that I got asked was, how do I help make reviews something that's just automatic, right? If someone buys something on my site, how do I help make that review so easy to get? How do I collect it? How do I do that work? And what I want to tell you is that the answer, really simply, is to use a product called Jilt. Now, if your WooCommerce store is hosted at Liquid Web, it's already there. It's included. But for everybody else, no matter where you're hosted, you should check out Jilt, which works for WooCommerce. It also works for easy digital downloads. And I'm going to show you how to do this, right, for a store that we have here. This is called the Post First Time Purchase, and it is my dash review request, right? So it's a kind of welcome first time purchaser campaign, right? If you go click create a new campaign, you'll see the cart abandonment, etc. And one of them is welcome the first time purchaser. So that's what we're going to use, right? And what happens is it says, hey, any date the customer has ordered, this is for first time, right? So the customer order count is 1, and it's placed at most 30 days ago, right? So this is how you qualify. This is how you segment the rules to make sure that, yeah, this is the right person I want to send it to. And then you'll see there's 2 emails here, right? 2 emails below. The campaign starts with 1, and of course I added a second. So this first one is sent 30 minutes after the order is placed. The next one is 3 weeks later, right? 21 days later. So when I click on the first one, right? The first one comes from me, right? And I say, hey, thanks from your order, right? And it says, hey, thanks from your order, Chris or Fred or Sam. And then I say, hey, you could have gone anywhere. I know you could have gone anywhere, right? And most people start at Amazon, right? And end there. So I just want to say thank you, right? And then Chris, that's using their name, right? If there's anything you need, just click reply. I'll get the email, right? Cheers, thanks. And there's my outro, right? So that's all easy. And this little stuff like putting in someone's name, customer.firstname and default, let me just say this. So if I don't have their name in it, right? I can just say, let me just say this. If there's anything you need, right? It's all automatic. It's easy, super cool. That's the first email that goes out within 30 minutes. But then you go, how do I get that review, right? And that comes down to, hey, how are your headphones? Can I ask you a favor, right? That's that email that's going to go out 3 weeks later. And it's going to say, I need your help, Chris. And of course, if Chris isn't in the system, right, it can just be the exclamation mark, like, I need your help, seriously, like right now. And you go, hey, I want to thank you, right? And I appreciate that you chose us and I want to see you back again. But if you're like me, right? And then you start telling the story, look, this is how I use my headphones. I imagine that you've used them similarly, right? Whether it's in bed or in a car or in a plane or at your desk, right? Like you've used these headphones and I need you to do me a favor, right? I need you to come tell other people about them, right? Because people want to know, right? How long does the battery last? How do they fit? How do they feel? And so here's the link back, right? Thanks in advance, whatever. Could you do more, right? Could you'll see from this little block, right? Discount code that I can put in here, right? I could create a coupon, right? And just say, hey, let me, if you do this, right? I'd love to give you this coupon, right? So I can incentivize this all day long. But the point is, this email is not something I have to worry about. Once I have it in place, it's going to wait 3 weeks after someone purchases the headphones, and it's going to send them a request to come back. And that's how you collect those automatically, right? Is that you're asking for them. And most of the time, we just get uncomfortable. I don't want to send these people a note. I don't want to ask them this stuff. Well, you don't have to be uncomfortable. You write it once, right? No one's staring you in the face, adding pressure, and then it just goes on autopilot. And Jilt will do that for you and direct people back to the site so that you can get their reviews, right? And you can get really fancy. There's all sorts of stuff in here that you can do. This is just using the text, using a link. It's just automating the request so that you can ask that favor 3 months later, right? Could you do more? Could you get more, more interesting, add coupon codes and everything else? Of course. Could you put a picture of the product they bought? Sure, right? Lots of different things you can do here. But this just shows you the simple way to get those reviews on an automated sequence so that you're regularly asking people to come back and do it. Do you have to wait 3 weeks? No, you can wait 2 weeks, right? If you start making it less than that, you're having a hard time. People have to actually unbox it, get it in place, use it. So sometimes asking for that review like 2 days later is a little too pushy, right? So I wait 3 weeks and then I make the request. So hopefully that answers the question and helps you out. Take care.